Hey, how are you? Hope all of you are well. It's your CPA Manish here today on Friday, the 13th of January 2023. So, in December of 2022 and January of 2023, 25th December, which was the Christmas day, and January the 1st, which is the New Year day, both fell on a Sunday. And because those holidays fell on a Sunday, many of you had questions and confusions about, do we need to give our employees holidays for 25th and the 1st, Christmas Day and the New Year Day? And if those holidays fall on a Sunday, are we required to compensate our employees financially or by giving them alternative holiday on the Monday? So that was the confusion. A lot of you contacted me and we spoke about it. And in this video, that is exactly what we are trying to discuss. So before we start our discussion, couple of things. Number one, I'm not a HR specialist. I'm not a human resource specialist, nor am I a labor law attorney. So this is only for your education and entertainment purposes. I encourage you to do your independent research on the topic. I did some research, but because I'm not the legal authority to give you any kind of legal advice, please don't take this as any kind of legal or tax advice, number one. Number two, the laws relating to federally recognized holidays are different for federal agencies and for private employers. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to assume that all of you are private employers like me, and all the clients that I have. I do not have any federal clients as yet. So assume that we are all private employers, and I'm going to discuss everything relating to federal holidays in relation only to private employers. Okay, so here is how it goes. You might be surprised to learn that as private employers, we are not obligated to give any federally recognized holidays to our employees. It is not mandatory for us to give our employees the federal holidays or federally recognized holidays. We are not even obligated, or it is not even mandatory to give our employees leave for religious holidays. Even that is not mandatory for us. Okay. Are we supposed to give them some minimum number of days as paid time off or as holidays? Is there any law, is there any requirement that we have to give them some leaves? The answer is no. Nowhere has it been made mandatory for the private employers to give any minimum number of leaves or any minimum paid time off to our employees. It is completely discretionary. It is your choice. It is your prerogative what you want to do. Is it mandatory or compulsory? The answer is no. Now, if it is not mandatory or compulsory to give them some time off or some leaves, is it that we are required to pay them extra if they work on these holidays? If we make our employees work on these holidays, are we required to pay them something extra? Again, the answer is no. As per the law, as per what is defined by Department of Labor under FLSA, Fair Labor Standards Act, if anybody is working on usual federal holidays, that time is considered as regular hours worked, and you have to pay regular pay to your employees. You are not required to pay anything extra to them. So here is one thing that we have spoken many times in the past, and I'm going to bring that up again. It is the employee handbook. So what you as private employer should do is you should sort out in your minds what you want to do for your practice, what you want to do for your business with regards to holidays, which holidays you want to give, which holidays you do not want to give. If those holidays fall on a Sunday, then what would you like to do? You would like to compensate them? Would you like them to have a leave on Monday? Or maybe you're not going to give them any compensatory leaves or compensation, whatever it is, because it's not mandatory or required under the law. It's not obligatory under the law. So whatever you plan to do, whatever your policy is, put that in writing in the employee handbook and give the employee handbook to every employee. Make them read the employee handbook and make them sign that they have received the employee handbook and that they have read it. Make them sign to that effect and keep a copy of their acknowledgement in your files, and that is going to take away any kind of confusions between you and your employees, and it will help you protect any kind of dispute, any kind of grievances that might occur between you and your employees. So it's very highly recommended. Please do that. Employee handbook is very, very important. So there it is. Whatever I found, I put it to you. You might have heard from your employees many creative statements. You guys have called me with your employees telling you that you have to give them federal holidays. That's not true. They would have told you that you have to give them religious holidays, and if you don't give them holidays for their religious reasons, that would be some kind of discrimination. That is not true. You have to give them some minimum leaves. That is not true. You have to pay them overtime. That is not true. So that is in summary what it is. Okay, so I hope that helps. Secondly, you have been getting emails from our office with regards to issuing 1099s. That's one of the biggest tasks we have in the month of January. I hope you have watched my video on issuing 1099s. If not, please do make sure to watch that video. That's very important for the month of January. Issuing 1099s to any vendor who might have provided your business any services for more than $600 in a year. You have to issue everybody 1099. So very critical, very important. Don't underestimate the penalties, and that are very high. So you want to take it seriously and get it done in the month of January. So watch that video, and I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video.